Alright, here's how I mix the song Me and You for Aimee Leigh.
I hope you're coming with me. Just me and you. Me and you. Me and you. Let's run away.
Okay, so what I don't usually get, which I got with this mix, is a lot of instrumental stems. A lot of the time I just get vocals or vocal stems and the instrumental is like one file, especially with rappers, etc. But it is more common in the pop stuff and the R&B stuff that I mix to get vocal stems, or not vocal stems, beat stems, instrumental stems, which I did for this, which is always fun. It's always cool to have control over so much of the mix in terms of having the instrumental stems as well as vocal stems, because when you just get an instrumental as a WAV file or MP3, you know, there's not much you can do with it. So I won't bore you with everything I did to all of these instrumental stems. I did some basic EQing and compression on most of them, but I will touch on some of the cooler things that I did. So for the drums, they were sent as a loop, and this is what they sound like before I added the one plugin which I put on them, which is Decapitator. Sounds pretty chill, good for an indie pop song. I just put on Decapitator with the drum fattener 1, and this is what it sounds like. I had the mix knob on 60%, so it's just beefing it up a little bit, making it a little bit more full, bigger. Then I did pan these two guitars, or actually there were 6 guitar stems sent to me. So I kind of hard panned 2 of them, 60% left, 60% right, and then the next 2 I did slightly left at like 25% and slightly right, 25%. And then I had guitar 5, which I put Ozone Imager on, and I turned it to mode 1, so it gives it that little bit of stereo feel. And I'll just play that before and after. So this is before, mono signal, and then after. So yeah, just widening the guitars even more. And then I believe it was in the last guitar that I had, yeah, I had a phaser and a stereo shaper, so this is before and after. Once again, mono, and after. Nice phaser on it, and just a bit of a different stereo field image as well. That phaser is really nice too. It just adds a little bit of another texture to the guitars, because otherwise it'll all just be processed the same, right? Even if they're panned differently and creating some like uniqueness in the stereo field, they're all going to sound the same. So that's why I like putting that phaser on there. For the bass, I also put a little Decapitator and EQ, so that's what it sounds like before and after. I already like this bass. And then after, a little bit bassier, a little bit deeper. Yeah, and then other than that, it was just basic EQing, compression on the rest of the elements there. Then onto the vocals. I wanted to go overboard in these vocals, but then I also didn't, because I knew for this type of song it sounds so good how simple and clean and elegant the mix is. So what I did adjust to kind of how I would normally do a vocal chain. I'd normally have 3 compressors on the main vocals, but with this one in this style, she wanted kind of like a soft, clairo type of mix and style. So the 3 compressors was just a little bit hard on the vocals. That would be for more like, you know, upfront, aggressive vocals. So I took one of the compressors off. I also took fresh air off, so it's not too much in the high end, which I would normally have on. And I also just ducked here, you can see on the EQ 5K upwards just by like 2 dB. So it's more of like a warm sounding main vocal. I still have Fab for the Satin on there. Still doing some saturation, but yeah, just kind of minimalizing, is that a word? I think it is. Minimalizing the effect of kind of the high end in the vocals. So this is what it sounds like with all that done.
Don't try and think it through, 'cause you know you'll do anything I tell you to.
So yeah, it's a really soft mix. As you can hear, there's also a delay sidechain and a reverb sidechain. Reverb settings, Cathedral 3.5. A delay sidechain, free delay 3 with these settings. Then for the backing vocals, there were 4 backing vocals. I'll solo them quickly, or the main 3 that come in together, and then the last one as well. Oh, that gives such clearer vibe. That sounds so good. That sounds so good, man. So to those, panned one of them a little bit left, 30%, panned one of them a little bit right, 30%. I think I did do some more, yeah, it's like some high-end EQing, just instead of making a shelf, just a total cut to take some of that harshness away, so the main vocals still shine, because I had it without, and then the main vocal was kind of being overpowered a bit in terms of the breathiness. So I just did that, same thing for the other one. And then the third one, I had Fruity Stereo Shaper with these settings on, just to create a little bit of a more unique stereo feel for it, so it's not just straight up mono. Yeah, that's what they sound like together, what you just heard. And then there was a fourth one here as well, which I'll solo.
I'm leaving today, going somewhere better than this place.
So you can hear a lot of reverb on that one. The other ones don't have any reverb on them actually, no side chain, nothing on the main chain, nothing. They sound so good dry, especially because the lead vocal has a reverb side chain already. You don't really need those in terms of those backing vocals to get that nice like soft effect. But for those ones, for these last backing vocals, I wanted to put some reverb on them to differentiate them and just add a little bit more of a vibe for those sections. So yeah, and here's a section now with the main vocals and the backing vocals for all of the above.
I'm leaving today, going somewhere better than this place. I hope you're coming with me.
That's just the reverbed out one.
Just me
and then now it'll be the 3 dry ones.
Me and you, let's run away.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. So yeah, on the reverb backing vocals also had just a little panning automation clip, just going a little bit left and right throughout, kind of slowly. And the last thing I really did on the vocals was these couple pitchy sections. Oh, I did this automation here, which I'll get to last. But there's a couple of pitchy sections that the autotune didn't fix, so I just manually adjusted them. I can play like the one before and then the fix. So this is before the fix.
Staring at red clouds, just wait.
It's when she says red clouds.
Staring at red clouds, just waiting.
So you can hear in that fix, it just made it sound a little bit more natural. And then same for this section, you'll really hear what happened. Yeah, it's just a little pitchy.
Hold me like you did on the train platform.
And then this is the fix.
Hold me like you did on the train platform.
So you can hear they're a lot smoother. It's not having that jump in pitch that's kind of out of key there. So those are just little things to add. And then the last thing here is going to be this little automation clip of the reverb here, just for this line right here.
Oh,
The word, I should say. When she says oh, I just create a little bit of automation clip on the reverb to swell it up. It's really subtle, but it's really nice. I was proud of that one. So yeah, that's pretty much all I did to this mix. So here's a before and after of my mix of Aimee Leigh's song Me and You.
I hope you're coming with me. Just me and you. Me and you. Let's run away.
So there it was, y'all. Let me know what you thought of the mix in the comments. Rated 1 to 10. Did I do good? Did I do trash? Let me know. As always, 4 beats or instrumentals a month for $4 on my Patreon. One day I'm gonna be in that penthouse. I'm gonna have a Tesla, and I'll see y'all in another video, bro. Peace.